Alright, carrying on. Time to create a character. Again, I know I keep saying this, but I have to explain, but I do play on PC, which means well, it doesn't mean, but I have at my disposal many mods available on, for instance, not Test Nexus, Dragon Age Nexus, and so forth. So I do use them, and I do also like to dig around by myself and figure things out. So, in any case, I'm telling you this because by default the iconic preset for Hawke cannot be modified, which is why these are all grayed out, of course. But if you edit the character, like the character generation XML file, then you can add an identical, oops, that's Isabella, I will explain that later too. You can add another line to the XML and have a customizable iconic Hawke, which is what I'm going to do now. I do very much like iconic Hawke, both male and female. It's just I have my preferences and I am going to make use of them. Alright, one thing that I always hate is that the blush is like fucking white as shit. So, I also don't like, what am I doing? I also don't like really red cheeks, so. No blush. Just, I did not mean to make your lips pink, lady. I am so sorry. Don't really like lipstick much. Also mods, as you may be able to tell. This one adds pretty heavy liner around the eyes, but I like it. And we must, of course, have the right tattoo. Okay. I'm sorry, this is boring, I know. Oh god, I'm gonna have to list so many mods in the description because I'm doing character creation while recording. That's okay. Alright, she's a little bit pasty. Do you agree? I agree. That was actually one of the few things that I had a problem with for just the standard iconic Hawke, is that I didn't want her to be quite so pale. Eyes. I also really like her standard eye color, but it is a bit overpowering for my taste, so I choose one that's a shade darker. Let's see. I like to make her eyes a little bit smaller to sort of compensate for the fact that I put makeup on her. It makes it less distracting, I guess. Okay, hair, eyes, nose. I don't like changing her nose. Okay. Actually, whenever I change somebody's nose, it ends up in disaster. It's okay. Right there. Okay, this is my other idiosyncrasy, which is that I like very narrow faces, so this is something that I tend to do with every Hawke that I create. For better or worse, I guess. Cheekbone height, I don't think I usually touch. Chin depth. Alright, she has a pretty strong chin, that's good. I'll bring in the chin a little bit. I don't like super narrow jaws, but again, thin face, it's always kind of hard for me to decide if it's going to look alright when I do this. Which is why I guess it's good and also bad that I have the Black Emporium. Black Emporium is DLC that you got if you bought the Signature Edition, I think. If you pre-ordered it. I don't remember exactly why I got it, but I did. Along with the original game. And part of the Black Emporium allows you to look into a mirror and then enter your character creator again, so if I don't do this right, I usually end up there trying to tweak it and figure out why it doesn't look the way I like it. Okay, I'm gonna bring her chin in a little bit, or not in, but up, because I made her jaw narrower and her chin narrower, which makes her chin look funky if it's too long, you know what I mean? You'll notice maybe that this outfit is not like a stock rogue armor. It's actually the model of the Fugitive's Mantle in the Mage pack from item set number 1. It's, the DLC for item pack number 2 just came out. I don't think I'm gonna buy it because this wasn't. I don't know why I bought this one, but in any case, I'm not a really big fan of what the starting gear looks like for rogues in this game, so I swapped it out for this. Which, I mean, I try to make it somewhat realistic. She's still lightly armored and everything. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? Did I do eyes? Yes. What was I just working on? Jaw cheeks. Okay, there we go. Usually bring her ears down just a little bit. If it looks like I'm following a template, I kind of am. I like my rogue hawks to look a certain way every time. There's something not quite right. Is it the cheekbones? Or maybe it's the fact that she's not wearing black, because usually she ends up wearing black. Who knows? I think her mouth is okay. Alright, man, I'm sorry, guys. I'll stop obsessing very shortly. I promise. This blood smear tattoo makes me smile. I mean, I pretend that it's not. I don't think it's actually a tattoo. I think it's paint, or, you know, I told you I have the signature edition, which means I have a Mabari companion, a hound war dog, and I just pretend that that's Caddis. According to Dragon Age Origins, warriors like the Ash warriors that you meet in Ostagar, they have hounds also, and they paint themselves and their dogs with Caddis, so, quote, they know they are the same, or whatever. So, we'll just call that Caddis, especially since it's not red anymore like blood. Yes? Yes. Alright, found it interesting that all of your companions in this game pretty much face in the same direction in their mini portraits. It's not a huge deal or anything, but it's just sort of interesting. Is this a Marion? Alright, I can run with Marion. I have many save games, but I think what I'm gonna use is... yeah, I'm gonna use this one. It says save generated 1 because I did finish a character called Selene, but I made a decision that I decided I wanted to change, and I did not feel inclined to go through the entire game and Awakening again to get a game that was just right. So I generated one. It's all good. Okay, did I already... Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, guys. Alright, now I can increase it. Okay, so... quick explanation. Nightmare is, you know, Nightmare. It has friendly fire and everything. And these two, I took the names from another mod that also modifies difficulty, but I used different values. I just kept the names because I didn't want to search for other ones. Berserk is basically Nightmare with friendly fire disabled completely. I mean, you don't get stunned or anything when your party throws something down near you. And then Arcane Warrior is... it has a lot of the Nightmare difficulty values, but enemies deal 3 times as much damage against me, and have 2 times as much health than in Nightmare mode. So, just because I don't want to I'll explain later. I'm gonna go with Nightmare Mode, Friendly Fire disabled for now.